Browns fans, buckle up, because something massive is happening right now in the AFC North, and it could flip the entire division on its head. This isn't just your typical preseason chatter. We're talking about a power shift that could reshape the Cleveland Browns' playoff path and potentially send one of our rivals into a tailspin for years to come. And here at Browns Breakout, we've got the inside scoop. So if you're part of the dog pound, if you bleed brown and orange, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to Browns Breakout. This channel is where real Browns fans come together, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's get right to it. If you've been keeping your ear to the NFL news cycle lately, you already know the Browns are facing a real storm at the running back position. What started as a season filled with promise is suddenly looking a lot more complicated. And in a division as brutal as the AFC North, you can't afford to lose ground, not even for a second. The headline? Second-round rookie Judkins, the guy many expected to lead Cleveland's ground game for years to come, is now facing serious legal trouble. Allegations of domestic violence and battery. Yeah, it's heavy. And whether it's proven true or not, this kind of situation always leaves a mark. For weeks, Judkins was penciled in as a future cornerstone of the Browns' offense. A powerful runner, a potential game-changer, maybe even the next face of Cleveland's backfield. But in the NFL, off-the-field problems can rewrite the script overnight. And that's exactly where we are right now. The Browns are suddenly stuck with more questions than answers. How do you move forward when a player you're counting on gets sidelined by legal trouble? It's not just about plugging in another back. It's about maintaining chemistry, keeping the offense balanced, and making sure the locker room doesn't get rattled. But here's where things get interesting. Stepping into the spotlight is a young name you need to remember, Dylan Samson. Browns fans, if you don't know that name yet, get ready, because you're going to hear it a lot this season. Samson tore up the SEC last year at Tennessee. Nearly 1,500 rushing yards, 22 touchdowns. Yeah, you heard that right, 22 touchdowns, and he led the entire SEC in both categories. That's not just good, that's game-breaking production in one of the toughest conferences in college football. He's got burst balance and vision. He averaged nearly 6 yards per carry, and he's not just a one-dimensional runner either. He caught 20 passes for another 143 yards, showing he can be a real dual threat in today's NFL. Now here's where it gets even more compelling. Samson actually outproduced Judkins in college. Think about that for a second. While Judkins was splitting carries at Ohio State, Samson was the featured back at Tennessee, carrying the full load and still putting up monster numbers. That raises a fair question. Could Samson actually be the better pro prospect in the long run? Hanford Dixon, Browns legend and a guy who knows this game inside and out, seems to think so. On his show, he flat out said, "We've got to get this kid, Samson, ready to play. I'm telling you, watch how he runs. Watch how he changes direction. This kid is for real." And if you've watched the tape, you know Dixon's not exaggerating. Samson runs hard, finishes with authority, and has a knack for breaking tackles in tight spaces. He's the kind of back that can take a simple handoff and turn it into a highlight. Now look, making the jump from college to the NFL is no joke. The speed, the size, the complexity, it's all on another level. But this is the type of opportunity that can either make or break a young player's career. And right now, the Browns need Samson to grow up fast. Of course, everything still depends on how the Judkins situation plays out. The legal process is just beginning, and the NFL could hand down its own suspension no matter what happens in court. So the Browns have to be ready for multiple scenarios. Do they wait out and hope Judkins clears his name? Do they cut ties and move on? Do they stick with the young guys, or do they go hunting for a veteran back before the trade deadline? Those are the decisions that will shape not just this season, but possibly the next few seasons in Cleveland. Let's be real, this is a franchise that's no stranger to adversity. The Browns have been through it all. Heartbreak, rebuilds, moments of glory, and crushing setbacks. But what separates the great teams from the rest is how they respond when things get messy. Luckily, Kevin Stefanski has a track record of getting the most out of young running backs. Remember Dalvin Cook in Minnesota? That wasn't an accident. Stefanski knows how to mold raw talent into NFL-ready players, and if Samson is coachable, and everything we've seen suggests he is, then the Browns might have found a secret weapon for this offense. Still, let's not sugarcoat it. The AFC North is an absolute gauntlet. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, these teams don't give you room to breathe. If you're not bringing your A-game every week, you're getting left behind. But this Browns roster has talent across the board. The coaching staff is smart. And if the front office plays this right, Cleveland could weather the storm and come out even stronger. So here's what to watch in the coming weeks. What happens with Judkins? Will he be suspended, cut, or cleared? Can Samson step up quickly enough to carry part of the load? Will the Browns look to add a veteran via trade or free agency? And how will this offense evolve if the run game has to shift gears? Remember, this isn't just about one player. It's about resilience. It's about a team finding new ways to win, no matter what challenges come their way. That's the Browns way. And this chapter is just getting started. So what do you think, Browns fans? Is Samson ready for the spotlight? Are you worried about the Judkins situation, or do you believe this team will find a way through? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to Browns Breakout so you never miss an update. We're building something special here, just like the Browns are building something special on the field. Thanks for watching and stay tuned, because this story is far from over.